Hello everyone and welcome to my podcast. You're listening to Seraphina Speaks Little Girl Big Questions, the show that delivers you my take on topics that are important. I'm your host, Seraphina Marlena Durban. Let's go right ahead to the show. Listeners, before I get into today's episode, I'm going to shout out to a few people who written to me. Connie, thank you for listening with your mummy, Caroline. You were one of the first people to tell me that you enjoy my pudding, and that makes me really, really happy. I jumped up and down too when I heard you left me a 5-star review. Wow, thank you. Then there's Sharon that I think lives in New York. I'm happy to visit there, so maybe we can meet up for a slice of cake. I'm really sorry if I messed this up. Ona, Giorgio and Christos, I loved hearing from you, and I like the sound of your wish jar. How's it going? I haven't started putting my wishes in the jar, but I'll ask if I can do that today. Thank you for that idea. Kira, we're not met, but thank you. And Vicky, I agree with you. I'm a pretty sensible person. We'd get on, I think. One morning I asked Mama if we have a buffoon as a Prime Minister. And Sarah, I'm happy you noticed that I'm confident when I'm podcasting. It's why I asked if I could become a show host. Listeners, sometimes I think I'll explode because I have lots of words. I'm told to keep them to myself. I'll probably miss people out. I'm sorry if you're waiting for your name. I get a lot of emails. Which reminds me, I would love to hear your ideas for topics for this show. What would you like my opinion on? What would you like me to think about or even review? As you can imagine, I already got my own topics, but my mind is only as big as my head. Please tell me what you would like me to talk about. Anyway, let's get on with today's topic. Chores. I've been told people thought I was going to talk about jaws. Listeners, why would I have an opinion about a big bone in the middle of my face? I bet you weren't expecting nipples though, were you? Jaws is something that I definitely think about. I'm recording this in lockdown. And this makes a big difference for the chores we do. Our house is busy. There's some chores that I do that I don't mind. Our playroom is tidy because I put things away after I played with them. Sometimes I chuck things in the wrong boxes, but I'm giving up on that habit. In the kitchen, I help chop vegetables, and sometimes I hoover, but Montgomery does more than me. Horatio helps with recycling. I don't make my bed yet, because my older sister Isadora does it. She does different chores than me, like taking the bins down the long lane. She also cleans the bathrooms, now and again. I don't do the washing or the dishwasher, and I don't chop logs. I do collect wood on our walks. To be honest, I think I do enough chores. And by the way, I don't get paid. That might change if I push for some money. Is it right that I have to do chores and I'm not paid? I'm not sure. Some days I don't mind, but others I think it's mean to not pay me. My friend Betty doesn't have to do anything. Not a thing. She shouts for drinks on the sofa, and her mummy runs around getting her everything. I wonder what that would be like. I asked my triplet brothers what they think, and here's what they said. Montgomery, should we get paid for doing chores?
I like money, but chores help the whole family.
Horatio, should we get paid for doing chores?
Sometimes.
Well, that wasn't much help, was it? I got a feeling that chores are one of those things that make us grow up to be better people. I'm not sure, to be honest. If I'm not interested, then what will help grow me up? It's a headache to have to stop my fun to do chores. You probably expected me to go on about the different chores boys and girls do. Believe me, I could, because I've noticed. But right now I'm putting in a wish for a no chores house. I don't want to do another chore, ever. But who would do all the work then? I can't leave it all to Mama. That wouldn't be right, would it? Sometimes, listeners, we have to speak our thoughts to hear the problems in them. Maybe I'll work on getting paid to do chores to see if that helps. This is an experiment. What do you think about chores? I want to hear from you. Write and tell me at Seraphina@seraphinaspeaks.com. Next episode, I'm going to talk about homeschooling. That's a big topic, isn't it? I'm looking forward to telling the truth on that one. I hope you'll tune in. Stay safe, listeners. Bye. Wow, I hope you enjoyed the show, everybody. If you like what you hear, click the subscribe button. This podcast is made possible by listeners like you. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to check the show notes. Leave me a review wherever you listen to your podcasts, because then more people can find my podcast.